guys, welcome to Clockwork Noodles and another breakdown of the Apothecary Diaries. This is episode number 4. This week's episode was a nice mixture of the tone shifts that we've had in episode 2 and 3. I've got a lot of really cool things to say, some things I noticed and things I want to run through. Thank you guys once more for tuning in. I hope you're looking after yourselves. Happy Halloween. I believe this video goes out 2 days before Halloween. I hope you're having a great spoopy month and you're looking after yourselves. It's starting to get colder out there. The clocks are about to go back. Lots of things going on this season. We've now 2 weeks left now before we go into the midways. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. I am Becca. I break down anime every single week. 4 videos going up every week now. We have the breakdowns going on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we've got my Let's Plays going out on Monday where I'm trialing the VTuber look. It is fun to do. It allows me to do a bit of gaming as well, so it's a nice little break from the reviews. We have got 2 weeks before the midways where I'm crowning my top 3 OPs, EDs and current standing of animes. So if you were to ask me on the fly what 3 shows would you recommend this season, these would be the ones that I currently recommend. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and you are ready to hear that video when it drops to see if the Apothecary Diaries makes it onto that list. I'm very excited because I know where I want to put my top 3, which is weird for me because normally I'm debating it. I have issues. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's going on, or I start overthinking, but this time I think I know what I'm doing, so I'm very excited to bring that to you, and I can't wait to tell you what OPZDs I'm really enjoying. There are some very good shows out there, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. So now that the months are getting colder, is there a food that you guys like to eat on cold days that make you just feel a little bit better? Right now, my thing seems to be chili con carne. I recently went to my first ever Wendy's. We don't really get them in the UK. There are a few dotted around, but I finally had my chance. It was in Camden. I tried the Wendy's chili. Oh my god, I had an epiphany that day. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Don't really normally like chili con carne. It's not a go-to because I'm not keen on kidney beans, but I ate everything when it came to that Wendy's chili. Really loved it. Otherwise, it would have been something like soups or stuff. Definitely at the moment, I want some more chili. I am craving going back for some more chili at some point. It's a trip to London that is quite fast. At some point, I will have to go back. So let me know if there's something regional, something that you guys enjoy eating when it's a very cold day like it is. Let's talk about the anime itself because we finally get to meet the Emperor himself. He's finally made an appearance. He wants none other than our girl Momo to make a appearance. Crystal Pavilion. This is a continuation of the first plot that we saw, the first mystery of the women and the children. It's nice to see a continuation because so far a lot of these videos have been episodic where, as we've said, the mystery gets wrapped up within the one episode. But it's nice to touch back, see how everyone's doing, working out why she's not making any recoveries. It's nice to touch base as well because often enough, especially in the case where you are near-death experience, the show isn't glossing over how quickly these guys are recovering. It takes this woman quite a few months to recover and get back to at least walking by herself, and then by the end she's okay. The Emperor has recognised Momo, but as she says, the fear of death pretty much lingers on everyone's shoulders. She has no choice but to say yes, okay, I'll go. Now, I did initially say when she went to the Jade Pavilion, I was expecting Momo to be bullied. Thankfully, she wasn't, but this week we see a bit more of a welcome that I was initially expecting in the first place. I was expecting you're from a low class, we don't want to listen to you, get out of here, and that's the response that we do get. Let's quickly drool over some of the finer details, give those artists some credit because, oh my goodness, the Crystal Pavilion is dripping in details. The beautiful wood sculptures, the wooden panels, all the details in the wood, the fabric patterns, all looking absolutely vibrant. This is the life of luxury and they are definitely not holding back on showing these details. They look beautiful, guys. The lighting in this show is beautiful. The animation is beautiful. The colours are beautiful. All of the characters are very nicely edited. There is a lot of very serious topics covered this week and they again handle it very well. I will still say episode 3 is my favourite so far. It's going to take a lot to top it because of course Kevin Penkin's music is just beautiful, but it might happen again. Maybe he'll be involved in another episode down the line. Did figure out that there's 24 episodes for us to look forward to. Really excited. Momo trying her hardest but not even being allowed to even see Liyue. Probably going to say it wrong, you guys already know that I am trying my best when it comes to these names. Even in a good day when it comes to an anime with Japanese names, I do struggle. I'm going to struggle with the Chinese names just because I'm not familiar with how the Chinese syllables sound, how they're supposed to be said, because Li to me is a Li. I'm going to try my best, but this concubine, the blue one, the very pretty blue colours, sad to see that she's not even given the chance to get near her. We do get some nice glimpses into the cooking practices within the palace, seeing how much effort goes into cooking the foods, all the different types of food that would be on offer. It's nice to see as well. Momo is listened to when she goes to the kitchens, gives her what she needs. I want this, this and this and this, but not that. I like that. And you do get to see her coming into her own this week. She definitely puts on a bit more of a confidence, which I really, really like because she's growing as a character. Another few months obviously past this episode as well. She's definitely settled into the life that is now hers. But it is, of course, a sad reality that a lower class girl would be looked down upon. These girls don't want to listen. They don't even let her go close, despite the fact that it's the emperor who said that she should go. You are now basically defying the emperor's will in a sense, which is shocking to me because I would have said with the emperor's blessing, you probably should be listening to her. But it is, of course, when you are feeling sick, something simple is generally the answer. These guys trying to get her to eat like a full course lobster, it would be too much. It's too heavy for the stomach. It is nutritional, but it's just not what you can manage. She needs to eat. Half the game when you are sick is to keep eating. Thank God for our annoyance, our nuisance Jinshi, coming in to actually finally get the medical help where we needed it, use that power where you need it. It's nice also he's keeping tabs. He can see that she's trying over and over again, but she's not getting anywhere. My jaw hit the absolute floor when Momo smacked that. I was like, okay, she is not messing around. I was also shocked that nobody said anything. Nobody tried to stop her. Nobody tried to put her off or anything. Nobody got involved. She was there because of the emperor. This is how you should have treated her in the first place. You should have listened to her. I didn't realize why she was going ham until we worked out that she was still using the poison on her face. She was still basically poisoning a sick woman. It's nice to let her look her best, but look your best or die is essentially what you were given. It made my jaw hit the floor. The voice actor getting really, really serious. She's quite a low-toned voice actor anyway. She doesn't go high-pitched. She's not using the upper scales. It's pretty low-key. She's pretty chill. She's got a very low register. And when she gets angry, I was like, okay, this is an entirely different character. As Jinshi and me were completely on the same page too, though. Never seen Momo this angry. Never seen this side of Momo. Him being almost impressed how quick someone can turn, using her words against her as well, because she said that earlier about how women can change so quickly. Essentially, Momo as a doctor is not impressed to see that my patient is being poisoned still. We've said this is poisonous. This is banned. You shouldn't be using it. Very serious scene. A very new, different side to Momo. It does, of course, allow us to start the road to recovery properly. I was very impressed with how much effort they put into actually showing the recovery process, where we started to air out the rooms. We started to do ventilation, going into the small steps of the food, showing that it's the importance of making sure you get toxins out your body. So let's keep you hydrated, cleaning her, everything. It was very nice to see them putting in the effort, because as somebody who has that medical interest, I want to see this kind of thing. I want to see how long it's going to take. I want to see what her diagnosis is. I want to see the steam rooms and her sweating out all those impurities. So it's very nice to see. Obviously, Jinshi having what he has, able to pull some strings, also aids the process, but uses his powers as well to help the situation. It's very, very nice to see Momo ordering people around. You do this, you do this, and people didn't question it. They did what they were told, kind of what you needed to do in the first place, because she wasn't there because she wanted to be there. She was there because she was told, and as a doctor, she's gonna do what she can for the patient. I like this episode. This episode took on that more serious tone midway through. We also get that serious undertones of punishment hanging in the air, because the makeup lady ends up being isolated, the eunuch ends up being whipped. There's always that punishment, the idea of punishment and pleasure within the palace, the idea that everyone has to do their thing. And of course, there's benefits to living in a palace. You'll get square meals, you'll actually get a roof over your head, but you have to behave, and that's what we're seeing in these episodes. This anime in particular is showing us a lot of that balance within the court life that I was really hoping that we'd get to see. Different aspects like the food, different aspects, all of these people doing different jobs. It's interesting to see how in the Crystal Palace, it again feels like a family. They all care about their mistress, but at the same time, them not taking to outsiders and them not listening to Mao Mao's words in the first place ended up costing an infant their life. It's a very powerful episode. Of course, it also covers the idea of mental health and how losing a child actually affected her, which I thought was very, very powerful. Most animes would probably just gloss over it, but this anime decided to look into it, how she felt. It also allowed us to say goodbye to the infant, because even though he was only alive for a matter of weeks or months, he had memories, the mother had memories of them, and it's really nice to see that powerful process. You could choose to not eat, but you are still trying to eat, you're still trying to power through, so you clearly want to be alive. I thought there was a nice, beautiful 180 as well when she comforted Mau Mau, who was exhausted, dropped onto the bed, just fell asleep. It was really nice because obviously she had nursed her back to health and she'd sat beside her the whole time, and she was getting more and more tired throughout the entire episode, but she wasn't giving up and you could see how determined she was. 180 of her just sitting there comforting her. Motherly aura from the character anyways. It didn't surprise me that her first concern was, can I have another kid? Is it possible that I can have a child? At least be able to move forward with a child to care for. She'd never forget. She's never going to forget the loss of her child, ever. It's going to stay with her forever. But having another child would also allow her to still move forward and have a purpose within her life. A very beautiful episode. I loved seeing her slowly coming back to health as well. The conversation at the end, now going into that tonal shift once more, those naughty jokes coming back out. Momo having that conversation about boobs, and then she leaves her with some information, and obviously try not to get YouTube flagging me here, having the assets that she has and pleasuring somebody. And if you want the emperor to come back and pay you some heed, well, here's a new technique you can use to make things interesting and spicy. Cough cough, say no more, say no more. We are then told that the emperor ended up not going to the Jade Palace for a little bit, but we were also told that during her being sick, he was frequenting the Jade Palace so much that our pink-haired concubine ended up sleepless, exhausted, not having any sleep because he was busy. When she finally gets healthy again, the emperor comes back to the Crystal Pavilion. I keep saying that, it's pavilions, not palaces. He goes back to the Crystal Pavilion. She finally gets some sleep because she's finally allowed to sleep by herself again. But of course, the end bit where Momo can't keep a straight face is because she knows exactly why the emperor is over there. He's a little bit enamored right now, so he's going to be over there for a little bit. That was the two tones of the show that I'm really getting. It can go serious, it can go very light-hearted and PG-18 quite quickly. The ending was pretty much PG-18. It's that kind of show where you can flip-flop between the two, and I love the fact that it's showing us all aspects of life. It's showing us medicine, it's showing us health, nutrition, all the rich details in the palaces, all of the daily lives of all the different people who make it tick, and of course the fear of punishment hanging over their heads. You've still got that serious tone. Honestly, this show is really, really good. I'm hoping they do slow down the pace a little bit. It looks like we're back to another mystery next week, so I'm looking forward to it, but I would like it to slow down the pace just a bit, take a bit more time to build up some of these mysteries, spend a bit more time on them and then break them down. Very happy with the show. It's definitely doing what I hoped it would do, and it's filling a gap because I miss having that mystery aspect going on. Obviously, if you want a mystery anime that's airing this season, there is the Deranged Detective. I enjoyed that, but it is also episodic in the sense that this one is, where the shows are really kind of wrapping up their mysteries in one episode. I will stick with it. I'm very happy that this show started airing. I'm happy to breaking it down with you guys. You guys also seem to have received this anime very well. Thank you guys so much for episode's 3 response. It's the first video I've had break 2K for a very long time. I am so happy you're enjoying it because I'm enjoying this show and I really want to talk about this more. If you guys enjoy something, I get to talk even more about it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you comment below. What do you like eating on a cold day? Let me know in the comments and I can get back to you. I'm having so much fun with these questions. You guys are reacting to them so well. I'm so pleased that everyone's getting behind the new format. Thank you so much for your continued support. I will see you guys again soon for another video. And don't forget to check out tomorrow's Let's Play. I'm bringing a new game to the channels. Have a great day, guys. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.